welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everyone's doing great today. What do we have to talk about? If people don't see the truth by now, are they ever going to see the truth? I mean, I doubt it. I really and truly doubt it. Redbone made a video a few videos ago talking about how possibly to show people the truth. Bring up their paycheck, which is completely right. Now, if they don't see that by now, though, if you talk to them about it, will they see it? I don't know. I never really talked about paychecks with people. I mainly talked about guns, the right to bear arms, and then also what's currently going over now, the mandates of the V. Been talking about that. I tried to educate some people locally, but it didn't work out. They don't care. I'm very, very surprised, and I shouldn't be, but I would say, let's put it this way, every person that I talk to behind the local gun counter is completely okay with violating people's rights. And after a few conversations with them, I was done. Like, fuck it, you guys don't care? Why should I care about educating you? You know, you claim to be Republican, you claim to be for freedom, but if someone doesn't have a CWP, you think that person should go to jail. If someone's a felon, you think that person should go to jail. You think the background check system is not gun control. Them being behind the gun counter, dealing with that stuff, they should be the first ones to educate us. You know, they should be the ones, hey, this is bullshit. But they are not. It's actually the complete opposite. The main guy back there, I don't know what his title is, the manager of the gun counter, the FFL, I don't know his full title. He is completely okay with violating rights. And he stated to me, the one time we ever talked about politics, and the one time I'm surprised he actually said anything, because usually he's quiet, is he stated that some people just don't deserve to have guns. If they lose their right, they lose their right, and that's the way it should be. And of course, I stated, who controls rights and who grants rights and who doesn't? I thought God grants rights. Of course, I was asking the hard questions. He walked away. The other people behind the gun counter really wouldn't listen to me. One of my buddies back there listened a little bit, but I'm going to explain that a little bit later. He didn't care. So what do we have to talk about? That's for this channel. I don't know. Freedom Inc., about a year ago, I guess, started making little life hack videos, garage hack videos. I got a few of those that I want to make. Nothing really crazy, just, things you might do every day that might save you a penny or two. Some of them I just found recently, so I'm going to make little clips on that. I'm not saying I won't, but currently right now I'm not going to do, guns or anything. If we go shoot at the range or something, especially with the rifles, 60 yards, 100 yards out, whatever, I will videotape that. But there's better people knowing more stuff than I do. I don't want to come on here saying that I know everything, because I don't. There's a lot of people that I've talked to, that I'm friends with on YouTube, that are way more trained than I am, that has way more knowledge, and just being older than me. I'm in a group chat, and I'm the youngest. I'm in a group chat on Instagram too, and I'm one of the youngest. But anyway, that being said, I think that's a good thing, being young and see a little bit of the truth. We keep researching it, we get more pissed. So that's the plan right now. I might post a video, I don't know, on this channel tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow. Today's Friday, so I'm going to try to post this tonight, because it's about 6 o'clock. Try to post this tonight. I need to catch up on a few videos. I need to do some paperwork for work. I need to do some homework for school. Can't wait to be done with that. I don't really call it, is it homework? I mean, everything's homework because I'm online. But I need to do a few things, or at least read something. But I do need to catch up on some YouTube videos. I know I'm behind. But I might post a video. I don't know if I'm going to videotape or not. But there's a coin show tomorrow. I'm going to it. I've never been to a coin show. I've been to gun shows before, and they had coin dealers there, but I've never been to a coin show. So this one's a pretty good size one, 35 to 40 vendors. So I'm going. I'm actually going to buy some stuff to resell, and I'm going for a few people that I know to find a few coins for their personal collection, and probably a few for mine. I don't plan on spending millions of dollars for myself, but if I see a good deal, I will take it. Be amazed what you can find online lately, cheap, and be able to buy and sell stuff, which I think is pretty cool. Just all you need is Instagram and PayPal, and you're pretty set to buy and sell certain things. So that's what I've been doing for extra money, and of course, scrapping. I don't know if you guys can see some stuff there. Not much. I used to have a lot of stuff, but lately haven't really been able to get much, as much as I've wanted to. So that is that. Political videos I'm kind of sick of, because we know it. Now, not saying that I won't post a video that's politically, because everything's political these days, but I do want to talk about a couple other things. Things that we don't really talk about that much. I seen a couple, I guess you would say, info commercial kind of deals that I want to discuss eventually down the road. I seen a few other bills or proposed bills for the state of South Carolina that I want to potentially make a video about, because I think it's funny how these people in Congress or the state Senate or whatever, they are supposed to be way more educated than us, but they're the most stupidest people when it comes to money. I mean, I made a video about that, about the abandoned houses, how they want to spend money to tear them down. I mean, no, you don't do it that way. So I have some other things down the road, just talking about whatever I want to talk about. And they'd be short, under 5-minute videos once a week, something like that. And then an occasional possum that I kill. We did lose a chicken Wednesday night, unfortunately. Today's Friday. Wednesday, I actually had one of my students from Taekwondo come over here. He wanted to see the chickens and wanted to help me for an hour or so, and he did. And I went and checked the chickens that morning, and I had a dead chicken. One of my good chickens, only about 2 years old, really friendly chicken. The possum, I mean, ate almost all of it. I mean, it was the worst I've ever seen. That possum must be hungry. Have trap set, haven't caught anything. Came out here the other night, shone the light, didn't see one damn thing. No eyes, no deer. It was nothing out here. So, and I'm 100% positive it was a possum. But that's that. I want to end a video on this. It is a two-part question. What would you do for... Well, let's do it. If you had extra $20,000 a year, what would you do with that money? Just to yourself, what would you do with that money? And then what would you do for $20,000 extra? Would you sell your soul? Would you throw away your principles, your moral code, your ethical code? Would you do that? Something such as extreme as the V. One of those guys from the gun stores, one of my buddies, I trained him with martial arts for years. I've known him 10 plus years. He applied to another job. I didn't know about this. My brother told me this, and he got the job. The only way you can work at this new job, which he's qualified for, it's extra $20,000 a year. Good for him. I'm all for him getting a new job, doing what he wants to do, and he's qualified for it. That's great. You have to wear a mask all day, or you have to have proof of paperwork. Well, he said he's not going to do that, wear a mask all day. But he goes and actually does the V. I couldn't believe my brother said that. Like, I said, really? He really did that? Oh yeah, he really got his little, jabs. And he starts next week. Apparently this is the first week he starts. I passed by the gun store. I didn't go there today. His truck wasn't there. So I'm pretty sure he started this week. I just don't see how people could, because he never wanted it. He was always against the V, the mandates, and all that. I just don't see how people can sell their soul and sell their principles away for $20,000. It makes no sense to me. And the thing that just makes me no sense is you work for a company. Currently, you worked for a company that had 0 requirements. Yeah, when it first started, they had a few requirements, but it was nothing crazy. And they didn't require any customers to do anything because they know damn well they would lose a lot of business. And people behind the gun counter, that's usually in the back, only come up when they sell guns. So they really didn't force people back there to really do anything mask-wise. So you work for a company that has no mandates now. You make probably around $18 an hour, which I know this might not be as much as you need, but still. But there's no mandates. And you go to a place that are requiring 2 mandates. You pick one of them. You do the one. Let's wait 3-4 weeks and see what happens. And then they say, okay, everyone has to wear the mask for the flu. Or you have to go get this jab or this jab. You already complied once. Now you're their slave. You're going to comply again and again and again and again. Well, we're going to give you extra $10,000. It doesn't matter how much money they give you. You sold your soul. You know, it doesn't justify you throwing away your code that you should have had. Just say no. I'd rather be homeless and living in the middle of fucking nowhere in the woods with my dogs. As long as I have my dogs, I'd be fine. I'd be happy. Because I'm not going to follow any of that mandate shit. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But you go to a company like that requires a mandate, they require another one, another one, another one. You see what Hornady just did? Hornady, one of the most famous bullet manufacturers ever, is requiring it. I don't know where they're based out of. Are they based out of New York State? I'm not sure where they're based out of, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for the sake of argument. They're requiring it. I hope they go bankrupt. I mean, look, when Dick's Sporting Goods took their guns off the shelves, they almost went bankrupt. I'm surprised they didn't file for bankruptcy. I've actually done research for school on that. I'm surprised they really didn't, because they lost a lot of business. I mean, fuck them. But the concept of going to somewhere that requires it for extra $20,000, look at the inflation rates. You know, look at how much money the government's been printing off. Money means nothing. That $10 bill in your pocket is only worth $10 because the government says so. Tomorrow it's going to be worth only $1, or it's going to only have the buying power of $1. A lot of people don't know how the economy works, but when the economy is stable, let's say if it works naturally and it's just, you know, supply and demand like it should, free market kind of deal, but then you have the government pass $1 trillion bill to help some fucking foreign government, you know, do gender studies, it really fucks with our economy. Just in chicken feed alone, horse feed. Horse feed is usually right around $9, $10 a bag. It's like $16 a bag right now at Tractor Supply. Chicken feed's like $1 more. I mean, it just keeps increasing and increasing and increasing. Every time you go to the Tractor Supply, it's ridiculous. But whatever, you know. I took some cash today at the bank and deposited, and I just, when she was counting it, I thought, I'm like, you know, that money, people would fight over that money, and people would, you know, might kill you over that money, but really and truly that money's nothing. It's only worth something because the government says it is. All the money in that bank that they had, they might have $1 million cash in that bank, whatever they may have, it's worthless. But it's worth something because the government says it's worth something. You know, when doomsday happens, when zombie apocalypse happens, you won't be using that. You'll be using gold, silver, copper, whatever it may be, skills. That's why I don't really talk about college that much. I believe some college degrees are good. If you want to be a doctor, you know, I think that's great. Go ahead, nurse. You need to get training. My brother went to college and got certifications in welding. He's a great welder. I went to college and got my degrees in finance and accounting. That's what I chose, financial advisor, and I own a business, so it's really good. I mean, it helped me a lot understand the legal side of owning a business and reading all that insurance stuff and business license stuff. I didn't know anything about that, but thankfully, at the time, I almost had my bachelor's degree, so I was kind of educated, and doing it for 4 years now, I kind of know how to play with the books, right? To play with the money, but and trying to make a profit. Last year killed me. This year's really doing good. Lately, I've been freaking swamped. Just can't keep the doors closed because people have been coming, which is awesome for me. But some college is just worthless. What was I gonna say about college? I was gonna say something else. Totally forgot. Just lost my mind for a second, but that's okay. Anyway, don't sell your soul. You know, if you want to get extra $20,000, find a company that requires nothing. I'd rather work for somewhere. I'd rather work for nowhere. Someone that only pays $10 an hour versus $30 an hour if they require mandates. It doesn't matter. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your principles. You know, I think everyone should have some type of moral code. Unfortunately, people don't. People don't have a moral code. Not anymore. You know, I don't know. Anyway, see you guys.